Hi guys, it's me. I'm back to do kind of a new thing for me, some sort of like VC session video. You have to excuse me, I'm really under the weather. Not like super sick, but I have a fever and a cold and a sore throat. It's just so I'm home from work today. But we had a VC, not a VC meeting, but a sort of like music meeting yesterday, and I planned to keep all the records we played to show you guys what we played, but I didn't plan on getting sick. So before I file them all back, because we're having some friends over tonight, hopefully, I just want to show you. This is like the inspiration comes from John and Mark, John Kiefer and Mark. I don't know your last name, Mark from the UK. Dr. Rhythm, I think the channel's name is, and they do these fantastic sessions where they show us what they played during the day, showing records, associating with the records. I think that's the correct word, at least. So that's what we did, and I'm going to show you what we played. It's not like super, it's very mainstream. My friends listen to not super mainstream, but fairly mainstream music. So it's not, we didn't, yeah, I'll show you. I started all off with this one because I really wanted them to listen to this. No one of them had heard about death and seen the documentary. So we played the first track, Keep On Knocking, and they thought it was pretty good, I think, at least. But that's really, I mean, every single song on that one is really good. So, and then it was my buddy Jan's turn, and he thought that the drive on that record reminded him of actually the Delaney and Bonnie and Friends on tour with Eric Clapton. And we played a song called here, Only You Know I Know, I think so. I don't want to discuss it, maybe. Uh, awesome record, I love this. And there's I understand what he meant with the drive on the record. Like there's this super awesome energy of the record. Then it was Anton's turn, and he liked the kind of horns on there, on that song. So he wanted to play a song from Chicago's first record, and I think he played, and this is an awesome song. Question, question 67 and 68. And I mean, the first three, at least three Chicago records is just awesome. But if you want to get into them, get the first two at least. Fantastic. Then it was my turn, and I thought it was kind of funky. There were a funky groove to it, so I wanted to play this for them. Also, I knew of Booker T and MGs with Macklemore Avenue, just outside Stax Records, because those two are huge Beatles fans, and I thought this was kind of cool, and they thought it was just brilliant. So we played maybe like 3 songs from that one, and it's a funny record. It's cool. It's a funny record, and I think that in like there's a song here. Yeah, I think it was somewhere at the end of that record. Jan, it was Jan's turn, and he thought of like the organ sounded a lot like Bo Hansson's organ. When he played very airy kind of organ, and so we played this, and none of us thought that was a bad idea. What a fantastic record! Monument by Hansson and Karlsson, and of course. Anton vibed with him, and we pulled out Ur Trollkarlens Hatt, the Magician's Hat, Original Silence, the Bo Hansson record, and we played the first song here, Storstad, which is a fantastic song. And I started thinking a little bit, compared to Lord of the Rings, which was the record before this. There's another guitar player on here called Kenny Håkansson, and Kenny Håkansson played with Kebnekaise and Dag Vag also, but he's a pretty famous guitarist in Sweden. But before that, in 1968, he played with Baby Grandmothers, like his first real band, and they only released one single, so this is like a compilation of the stuff they never released and live stuff. And we played Being Is More Than Life at first, and they really thought it was good. They'd never heard it. And then I played Somebody Keeps Calling My Name, which is not, in my opinion, not as good as Being Is More Than Life. But yeah, check this out. This is on as Subliminal Sounds, and they have released some killer Swedish prog and folk and psychedelic psychedelic music. Just a fantastic label or company, and it's gonna be great to see where they are going with their releases. After that, it was Jan's turn, and he thought that the guitar reminded him of this record. Sorry. The John McLaughlin's Devotion record. I don't know if that's the way to hold it, like this. I think it's like that. But this is a really, compared to like Mahavishnu Orchestra and those kind of McLaughlin related records, this is more easy to listen to. At least the one, the song we listened to, Marbles, and Buddy Miles on drums there, and of course Larry Young on organ. Fantastic record. I mean, just fantastic. And Anton wanted to continue on the guitar-driven kind of like spacey vibe, so he pulled out the Cream's this real gears, I think it's pronounced, something like that. So he pulled this out, and we listened to the track Tales of Brave Ulysses, which is just great. And I think we kept on going for another track after this, while I got my choice, Bluesbreakers with John Mayall and Eric Clapton, and I played the first song, All You Love, which is fantastic. And this is a great release on Back on Black Records. Sounds really good. And yeah, I want to say something about maybe that's later, but Eric Clapton had a fantastic guitar solo on one song. I don't know if it's maybe later, but it's just very unlike Eric Clapton. Maybe it's on the on the Cream record, I don't know, but with Wah-Wah, and really awesome, because Eric Clapton has his style, and yeah, specific style. After that, it was Jan's turn. He wanted to listen to Oh Well by Fleetwood Mac, so we played that, and and that pressing is not the best, but it's a great song. And in lack of imagination, Anton wanted to listen to The Chain, The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, and we will come back to Fleetwood Mac later. I thought that sort of style reminded me of Tom Petty, the American like 70s style of music. So I pulled this, the more modern Petty, just to give it a little more edge, and we played Saving Grace. Not a fantastic song, and not a fantastic record, but it's cool to have in the collection. There's better Petty records. And Janne wanted to bring out the Tres Hombres record with ZZ Top, and of course we played La Grange, which is getting a little bit old, I think. But it's for what it's worth, it's good, but it's not something I play every day. Here we just made a entirely different, way. After this, we still vibed on each other, but we didn't have the computer to check my collection. So Anton just threw in Iggy Pop's Raw Power, and the Stooges, I think, yeah, the Stooges. Raw Power, such a great record, and we played Search and Destroy, the first song, and I think we kept going 2 or 3 tracks, because then later when we played this, another buddy of ours came, and we continued with him, and I don't have much punk. I don't have much punk, but I want to play Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory by Johnny Thunders on solo, and this is a masterpiece of a record, really, really good. And they thought so too, at least that song. And after that, Anton said, why don't we play a little bit from London Calling with Clash? And so we did. Not the best quality of a record that I have, but we played Lost in the Supermarket, and then later London Calling, Brandon Cadillac. So really, really, really good. After that, we took a new turn again, and I want to play Lay Down Your Weird Tune from the latest Dylan, just to let them hear the sound quality of it, which they thought was really, really good. But I mean, they are huge Dylan fans, bigger than me, but I think that they don't think that Lay Down Your Weird Tune is as good as I think it is. Maybe a little bit boring, I don't know. So we started talking about Swedish Dylan, modern Dylan-esque singer-songwriters, and Max, the other guy, asked me if I had this and that, which I didn't, but I said we can listen a little bit to Jens Lekman if you want, when I said I wanted to be your dog. And this is a fantastic singer-songwriter, in my opinion, from Sweden. And it seemed to like that, but we started talking a little bit. And after that, we took a new direction again, and I pulled out Blind Faith's record, because it just seemed appropriate, and I think that's the one where we played the first side, the entire first side, and somewhere there is a solo by Eric Clapton with the wah-wah that is just fantastic and very unlike Clapton's style of playing. We stopped everything and said, like, is this Clapton really? But you could hear Clapton's guitar sound in there. And then we pulled the Stone Roses, played a couple of songs from that, because Max and Anton in particular are big Britpop fans, but maybe a little bit later, Stone Roses they've heard, but they are huge Oasis fans, both of them. And I pulled something a little bit more modern with the Shins, and we played New Slang, which of course reminds me of the Garden State movie, which is fantastic. Yeah, and it has a fantastic soundtrack. And after that, we played another Fleetwood Mac, so a lot of Fleetwood Mac this time. And Max wanted to play Crystal off here, and that's a song that I haven't noticed before, but man, it was good. That sort of slow rock song that is just magical, in my opinion. So we stopped everything we did and really listened to that. Fantastic. And after that, Jan wanted to play, because something reminded him of a song by Moody Blues, and so I pulled the only compilation record, one of the few compilation records I have of a band, and he wanted to hear Have You Heard, which is just a fantastic proggy song with this also sort of airy production to it, which reminded me of Pink Floyd, and we all came together and thought of and wanted to listen to Wish You Were Here, and I mean, this has to be one of the best records ever recorded. we actually listened to the first side in its whole, and then we listened to Have a Cigar on the second side, which also is fantastic. And we really listened, so that was pretty neat. And then the clock was pretty late, and I was getting worse and worse, feeling the cold and the fever coming. So we finished the session with Daniel Lenoir's Acadie, and Max has listened a lot to this. I've maybe listened to it twice, but he played the Maker and Julie Louis, that sort of like English-French melody. And this is definitely one that I'm going to revisit, because I don't think I've really appreciated that record as much as I should. And then they went home. So that's the listening session we had, and I thought it was great, very fun. Fun way to explore the collection. And I mean, of course, I would like to get more Swedish prog in there, and get more ordinary prog, English, or maybe American psych, and jazz, because Max is some jazz musician, so he knows a great deal about it. But you know, the other two is not that into that sort of genre, so we didn't get to that. Unfortunately, but you know, maybe we'll have more of them. And thank you so much, John and Mark, for getting me vibing on this. And yeah, keep doing your records or videos. I mean, they are just great, highly entertaining. Yeah. So thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.